Hello everybody and welcome to the final series video on F1 2013, where today we are throwing it back to the classics and checking out the scenarios, the 6 scenarios in the F1 classics of the 2013 game. They all take place at the same 2 tracks of Brands Hatch as well as Jerez, but we're going to kick it off with the first one in the 1980s Williams car, where we basically just have to win the race. Let's see if we can pull it off.
With the cars lined up in reverse order, can the two 1980s Williams drivers hold off the faster cars starting behind them?
All right, let's see what we can do here. The goal is quite simple. Win the race here. 3 laps in Brands Hatch. We are racing. It's Cross P1. Can we get up there with them? A bit of a slow start here on the run towards the corner. I'm using the kind of side TV camera here because it just looks a lot better than the normal one. The helmet is just completely in the way. Oh my goodness, that was very close quarters racing here, but we're right to the back of Prost. This is on the hardest difficulty that it gets, so we can't make it any more tricky than this, but I think this first challenge is going to be quite easy to come out on top of here. Now as we go down through that left-hander, we take the lead here already in Brands Hatch and take off and try to run away down the road. Now, of course, Formula 1 Brands Hatch, such an awesome race. Now you can see that's Mario Andretti absolutely flying there. I haven't done laps at this circuit in forever, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty. That's the concern here in terms of pace. Now, as you can definitely tell, it's been a minute, so it's not going to be easy. We have this kind of blind right-hander right here. Yes, we do, and that brings Andretti to the back of me. He hit me. Oh, no. I came off the corner and hit the poor guy, and his race is over. Green flag's back out, but that made it a lot easier for us now as we come through the final turn to complete this opening lap. Oh, we got more problems. There's another yellow behind us. Looking on the track map, looks like in turn 1 area now, so we're not the only one having accidents. Why doesn't the normal AI in this game actually have these kind of moments now? You never see that with them. As we did the whole career mode series, we never even saw a safety car in the F1 2013 career mode. Same for F1 2012 as well. No safety car presence, which hopefully we see a little bit of that going in F1 2014. Well, we absolutely dominated here as we go down into these final corners. Now, in the first scenario in Brands Hatch, the objective was to win the race, and we do that with ease there. We take the checkered flag. Scenario 1 down, 5 scenarios remain.
The Lotus driver's working hard to stay close to the 2 Ferraris. He could simply hang on to third, but with both Ferraris needing to serve a drive-through penalty, I reckon we'll see him push for first.
So the goal is pretty simple again. We're looking to win here now as we're going to try and chase down and beat the 2 Ferraris. We got 3 laps to do it once we cross the stripe here in Jerez. This is a very, very fun circuit to race at now. It would be absolutely fantastic if Formula 1 could still race here. Now, I've done a video before of current day Formula 1 racing in Jerez. It was actually on R-Factor, believe it or not. But here come the Ferraris out of the pit lane. 3 laps remain. Can we get them now? Berger out in front. Oh my goodness, there's not a lot of grip in this car. I'm going to shift the brakes to the rear, nearly into the back of Michael Schumacher. I nearly killed him. Oh my goodness. Oh, bit of contact right there. He is slipping and sliding on these colder tires maybe, as he is not going to make it easy. However, Schumacher is here to fight. I love it. I am all for it now, as I haven't driven Jerez in quite some time either, so the first challenge at Brands Hatch was a bit tricky, but this one's going to be a lot trickier. There is no grip in this car. I'm all over the place with the grip as well as the shifting, as, oh, into the corner too deep. Oh boy, we got some work to do. Don't mind if I do. Oh my god, that was a massive send up the inside of Michael Schumacher right there. We spend the time running him back down up into second place. Can we go get Berger? We got 2 laps to do it. We have run them down. These cars, they just drive so much more differently, obviously, than the F1 2013 cars in this game. You really got to wheel this thing. Like, I think I've had to drive this car more in just a couple of laps than I have had to drive the 2013 cars in a whole season of the career mode. It's absolutely insane, but we have got to the back of the Ferrari. Of course, we've passed 1 already, and now it's just about taking our time. We got a lap and a half to make 1 pass on a car that we are clearly faster than right now. I'm just struggling right here. That's where I'm struggling. Corner exit. Can't quite get the power down. We have way better corner entry and center corner pace, but definitely the exit is where we're struggling here. All right, we're going into Rich here for the final lap and see if we can get Berger. It's been a bit of a struggle, actually, to get him, unlike Schumacher. Now I'm staying in second gear. Just let this thing roll through the corner, get into this braking zone. We need to avoid any mistakes, obviously. No lockups, no wheel spin. Thank goodness we're okay for now. Slipping and sliding around a little bit, but you know, Berger's struggling a little bit as well. I am chasing this guy for my life. I just sailed it into there now. That allows us to get close into striking distance. A few more corners is all that remains here now. Oh, good heavens, right down into turn, whatever it is, and we're going to try and get that gas pedal down, but I just can't quite get it down. It's going to have to be probably a last corner dive on Berger out of desperation here, unless we can pull something off. Through the sweeping left-hander. This is my favorite corner probably on the whole racetrack, to be honest here. Oh, right into the back of him. I did not want to do that. He just slowed up so early. I'm going to let him keep the position there. That's kind of fair. And now we'll set him up here for the final corners and take this victory if I don't screw this up. Don't go wide. There we go. Set him up. He's going to try and cover to the right, maybe to the inside, but hold on. Up the inside we go into the final turn. Easy pass, actually. Not even a contest. Just get that power down. We're going to take it in the final corner on Berger. We'll win here in Jerez. Scenario 2 down, 4 remain. Okay, back of the grid, and when we say back of the grid, it's only 10th place. We need to finish in the top 3. It's going to be lights out. 4 laps again from Jerez there. Berger just in front of us. We're replacing Michael Schumacher now, as we are a bit slow to start things off, but I think we can get up here a bunch of positions right off the bat. Oh, okay, we're making contact here. I think we were 3 wide. Definitely we're 3 wide as we go into the braking zone. Goodness gracious, these AI around here are a bit insane. Now, as you can see, we're looking to go get Mario Andretti up there in front of us. That's the goal, to get onto that podium. We got plenty of time. Honestly, 4 laps is quite a bit of time to pull off something that's going to be, I think, a relatively easy feat. I could be wrong. I don't know how hard the AI are going to be right here, but I mean, so far, actually, they are holding their own. I just love the sound of these old school F1 cars. Now, they were pretty nasty. Of course, they got, in my opinion, even better, you know, before we switched over to the current era of engine that we're in Formula 1, where they just had that such a loud and nasty squeal to them, and it just hit so hard. But this car, I mean, it was fantastic to listen to as well. That's my favorite thing about driving them, is not how they look, but how they sound, and as well how they drive. You really got to drive these cars. Oh, we have a bit of a checkup up here in front of us. It's going to lead the door open here for me to go up into P4. Only 1 lap in, and we're up into 4th place here behind Mr. Mario Andretti. So we got 3 laps to pass, you know, 1 car. It's going to be very easy. I got to say, it's a track combo like Jerez and a classic F1 car where oval racing experience really does come in handy, because you really have to do almost similar characteristics here to oval racing, which is just kind of just chasing that car around, which I'm sure is a story as well, you know, for just a classic car just about anywhere in Formula 1 back in the day. But you really got to chase it around. It does have that oval vibe a lot here now, and you gotta search, you gotta be willing to get experimental to be quicker there. We get past Andretti, so up into 3rd place. We just gotta hang on and then some. Let's see if we can maybe go win this race. Look at the run. Look at the run we have up the inside into turn number 1. A bit of a deep send. The job is done. We have run down Prost for the lead of this Grand Prix as the Frenchman tries to hang on. I'm going to maybe do it. Yep, I'm going for it. Send it up the inside. Thank you very much. We can drive away at this point now with a lap and a half remaining. All right, through the final couple of corners here as we come through this final lap. It's going to be an easy success of a scenario again. Half of the scenarios already down, and we have kind of breezed through all of them. We win again in Jerez when we did not need to. All we needed was to get a podium position. But that one really was probably the easiest one so far. Now we're talking. This one looks fun here as we get ready to roll. We got to finish on the podium. We are P8 currently. We've got to beat our teammate, it looks like, of Michael Schumacher. These are the conditions I came to do in some scenarios here now. Now we can go into the normal camera view. Actually, that kind of looks... this looks better, actually. I don't know. Let's not focus on that. And instead, let's focus on the task at hand, and that's trying to succeed here in these challenges. I need to get the brakes immediately down to the rear. We have, once again, way too many laps here to do this challenge. as that is going to be plenty of time to pull this off. Doesn't really feel like a challenge when they give you, 5 laps to do a task that should really only take about 3 at the absolute maximum. But we got Mansell up there in front of us. We're running him down, and these conditions not too bad to handle so far on the wheel. This game really does look great for its time. 2013 in these rainy conditions looks absolutely fantastic. But as well, I remember, back in the day playing this game when it was the current game in Formula 1, and just remembering how tricky it was to race in the rain at the time. But you compare it to what we have now with the F1 games, with F1 23, F1 22, all those recent games. Rain is so much easier in this era to actually navigate through than it is in the current era of Formula 1 gaming, which I prefer how it is in current Formula 1 gaming. It doesn't really feel like a challenge in this era right here. I'm really going to send it up the inside of Damon Hill, and maybe even Berger as well. Schumacher's not my teammate. Okay, so we're in the era where he was not. With Ferrari, I'm guessing. Hold on, Damon Hill says, I am coming back at you as we go down this front straightaway. He's going to get it too. Success, but we're going to dive it back up the inside. We'll get up into P6. I'm starting to wonder if there is enough laps to do this challenge. I was talking about how easy it was, but we've only gotten up to the 6th position. We got to try and pass Berger quickly here. I'm looking for a move right here. There we go, up into the 5th position. We take it. I just looked at the track map and realized, man, we got a long way to go if we're going to end up on podium right here. I don't like this. We're going to have 2 laps to pull it off. It's going to be, I don't know, 10 seconds? How in the world am I going to gain 10 seconds in 2 laps in Jerez? I think we'll have a really good idea if it's going to be possible once we come back around here to finish this lap. We only gained a second right there. 2 laps. A second a sector would not be enough right now, so we need to be aiming for about 2 seconds in Sector 1 to really give ourselves a chance. But as well, we kind of put ourselves on the back foot a little bit, so as soon as we get there, we are going to have to go for the overtakes if we get there. 7.3 seconds. Oh, it's not going to be enough. We need to find a way to cut that gap down to 4 seconds, in the next sector. I think I found a way to maybe cut it down a little bit. You just got to get really, really aggressive here now, as we got to find a way. 2 spots, 1 lap. They are all headed down into turn 1 right now. We can see them. That's a big improvement. We can see we've cut it down to 5.3. I'm going full focus mode right here, trying to pull this one off. I'm about to do some very, very desperate type stuff here in Jerez, so I don't have to do this challenge again. All I'm going to say is, Michael Schumacher, I would hold on if I was you as we get ready to head through these final couple of corners. Dirt tracking it here now. I'm going to absolutely send a huge one into this final turn. Oh, we're going to get there. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to slam them. Oh, no. I was hoping we were just going to send it, get up the inside. Oh, that's unfortunate. We still complete the challenge, which is great. But that is not at all in the fashion that I wanted to do it in. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright then, finish ahead of all the Ferraris. 2 scenarios remain. We got a little bit desperate in the last one, did something stupid, and, it worked out pretty well, obviously. Yeah, again, another about 4 laps or so once we come back to the line to actually make this happen. What's the TV cam look like on this car? Man, that's ugly. That is so ugly. We're going to stick right here instead now, as we got to go and get Ernie Irvine for that podium position. And hopefully we can pull this one off now. I think there's enough time. I said in the last one, I was like, oh, we got plenty of time. Well, it turned out there really wasn't enough time, and I nearly choked. But I think we got enough here. Right to the back of Damon Hill. We'll swing to the right side. Easy pass there on him. Up in a P7, P6 there. Just up the road. Here we go then to Berger's inside into the right-hander. Played a little bit cautious there. Get the job done. Thank you very much on P6. So we'll have about 3 laps to, pass another three cars basically here. Now, there's so many Ferraris in this classic series, I'm just realizing now, because I remember the last one I said, oh, Schumacher must not be in the Ferrari because we had already been driving our own and passed one, but no, they just got a lot of Ferraris in here. And speaking of Schumacher, I'm just going to run right into the side of him. Schumacher had a bit of a history of getting rough on the racetrack, so we can do the same thing to him. I didn't really expect that to work. I didn't really expect to even do it. Up the inside we go. We pass. I don't even know who it was. Didn't even pay attention. But Irvine right there in front of us. Let's go get him. Right to the back of him. Nearly into the back of him now. Coming to the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix, and I'm just going to set him up for the run down the front straightaway right here. I love this front straightaway so much. This long, sweeping straightaway. I mean, you're really only going straight for a couple of seconds, and now we take the position away, and then, of course, we go down this downhill elevation. I love it so much. Now, Brands Hatch, such a fun racetrack, and it is criminal that we don't have Formula One racing here anymore now. I think it would put on one heck of a show. And the lap times, imagine in 2021 with the pace of those cars and the lap times you'd be making around here would be absolutely insane. Didn't I just pass Schumacher? What? We got another Schumacher on the loose here on the final lap here in Brands Hatch. Don't mind if I just swing up the inside and stay put where I am, because that would be a really stupid move. This is the Williams era Schumacher, but now we'll go for the overtake right there. We'll take it up into second place. It's not going to be a win. The leader's long gone down the road. Not quite sure who's out in front, but we have completed successfully, assuming we get back to the line in one piece, all 5 scenarios so far, which leaves just one more, which I believe is going to be a bit of a tricky weather scenario to end things off here in this F1 2013 scenario package with the classic cars. Alain Prost with the win. We crossed the stripe. P2. All we needed was podium. We will absolutely take that. Let's get ready for the final scenario. The sun comes out to greet the drivers here now as we are ready to roll in Brands Hatch. One more time. Let's go for the victory now in the Ferrari as usual, I feel like now. But yeah, the rain's falling, but it sounds like we're going on to a dry circuit, so we'll see how this really affects things. This is maybe the worst start I could have possibly gotten here now. Is, oh, that's aggressive. That's aggressive, but we make it work now. Listen to the engine. Listen to that. Oh, that is an absolutely incredible. I say listen to it as I continue to blab over top of it. Just listen to it right here. And now, of course, the engineer is going to, you know, have his own part in it. Hey, I am not no Colin McRae. All right, we have gotten through. It looks like we get away with no penalty. Goodness gracious, I don't know if I turned into them or if that was on them. I think it was more of a we came together, but listen to that engine. Now we can finally listen and take a listen. That is so good. Absolutely fantastic. Now, might be my favorite one yet. But some work to do. We got 5 laps to do it, though. Once again, the challenges or scenarios, they give you a lot of time to do them, which the only time we were close on laps was the wet conditions in Jerez. This is not exactly what I was expecting here. I thought there was going to be a lot more rain presence, and it was going to actually really create a bit of a curveball, but it's not really creating much of a curveball at all. It's making it quite easy for me. Oh my goodness, I say that, and I nearly barrel it off into the corner and wreck. We have already caught these guys here, and we have still 3 laps to go. One thing I like about this era as well, Formula One and just the video game, is how much easier it is to drive in terms, I'm not talking about the drivability, the physicality, because the cars are harder to drive, but the technical side, because I don't have to press any other buttons, you know, throughout the lap. I just gotta drive the car. That's all I gotta do. I just locked up there, sent one on my fellow countryman there of Jacques Villeneuve. But we take the 3rd position now. We set our sights on Nigel Mansell, but first up, Damon Hill in 2nd place, which I think we're going to be able to get an opportunity to catch him off guard. Maybe right here. We'll try. I don't think we're going to pull it off right here. Now we got the slipstream. Look at that car. That looks so good. Now I'm right to the back of it, but I'm not going to make a move here, so I'm just going to stay put. Here we go. Look up the inside maybe of Hill. I don't know. Is that really a passing corner? I don't think so. But I've been taking my time on this overtake. I mean, we've gone basically the whole lap behind Damon at this point with 2 laps to go. Maybe they did give us a good, sufficient amount of laps in this one. Hill, oh, a bit of a mistake right there. Let's just go for it now. Up the inside. This is a great passing opportunity, of course. And imagine, you know, this current era of F1 with the DRS run going down towards turn 1, and then you carry so much speed on the run up to that corner. It would be absolute masterclass to watch some overtaking opportunities there. We got one lap to go. Once we cross the line, Nigel Mansell, is he having a cannon event right here? You see what I did there? Anyways, nonetheless, we're going to go for it now. We're going for it into turn 1 up the inside. Keep it there against that curb. We take it. Does he go for the switchback? Yes, he does. Hold on a second. We might have a nice little battle here at the very last scenario. And when I say that, it made it about a corner and a half. But that's about, you know, a corner longer than a lot of the other battles. So that was fun while it lasted there. He did a little switchback, but backed out of it, unfortunately, now. But we come through these final sets of moments here on this F1 Classic scenario. And, I mean, relatively easy on the hardest difficulty, but at the same time, a lot of fun just really driving this car around both circuits of Brands Hatch as well as Jerez. Bringing it home here now as we go down through the final corner in Brands Hatch. 6 scenarios, 6 successes now as we cross the stripe to take victory. We will take it. A lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed doing these classic scenarios with me here in F1 2013, and that officially brings F1 2013 to a wrap here on the channel, and we can focus in on the next year-by-year game series. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.